So today we do
Dewy skin.
Dewy skin because
Glass skin. It's the same, right?
I mean, glass is a little bit more shiny,
Yeah.
glossy in a way, where glowing skin is just luminous, a bit dewy complexion, but it's more about luminosity for me.
Okay.
So glass skin is definitely a little bit more challenge when you're in the winter, especially for me, my skin type. My skin is dry, dry, because the system in the US, I keep complaining about this, I feel like I'm saying it every video, the system in the US is really driving my skin nuts because it's like blowing like a warm air into my face and like it's sucking out all the water. So skincare is the key. Glass skin, you want an amazing skincare, but just know glass skin is gonna be trickier in the winter, especially if you are in the US like me, where it's a little bit drier. In France we have water in our radiator, it's called, so it's very, very different. So once you do an amazing skincare, I apply my Boum-Boum Milk and future barrier cream. I have this protection that's gonna prevent water loss as much as possible, and I have SPF as well on top of the barrier cream. SPF is always the last step in the skincare. And now, as you can see, I need concealer. So we're gonna start with this. I've been on a quest to try many concealer right now, and I'm trying Anastasia one. Is there a name to this one? Magic Touch concealer. I'm a bit new in this one, so I can't tell you exactly.
But what are you looking for in a concealer?
I want something that has coverage, but that's very flexible in the formula, meaning I can blend it, stretch it, and it's not gonna move. Because sometimes when you blend or you stretch a concealer, the pigmentation, the opacity moves as well, and then you have to put it back again. And so you have to build like this sort of like layers and layers, and it takes forever. I would dream of a concealer, I haven't found one yet, that remove shadows, you know, and it's very easy to stretch. And when I say stretch, is I want the pigment but I don't want the texture, so I want something that's really fusioning with the skin, because I don't put anything here, so I want this sort of fusion, like it goes from concealer to bare skin basically. So I always talk with these marks on my skin. I'm gonna use a brush today to, let me check if we have a flight.
Do you check in before a flight, or do you just show up to the airport?
I check in, I'm like, as the least amount of time I can spend in the airport, I do, especially now with COVID. I used to travel every month with work, and now it's like one month
in a blue moon.
So voilà, I blend with a brush.
Why the brush?
Well, I think I want this very sheer, natural skin, because complexion, because my skin is so dry in the winter. The more products I put on my skin makeup wise, the more textured it looks. In the summer I could wear foundation, I mean, you know, I don't, but I could, and it looks natural, but in the winter my skin is too dry.
Yeah. And the trick is that you don't go too close to the lash line?
Yeah, exactly, because otherwise you erase your features. You need shadows on your face. That's really, really key. You know, I did art school, I didn't do makeup school. In art you have a flat canvas, and you have to bring dimension, create dimension to create a face. So without shadows, there's not even light, because everything works by contrast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why you need shadow, it's very important. You don't want to be too flat. That's why I never do this sort of application where, you know, it's like, and you have it covered everywhere. And also, I have dark circles, so...
But don't we all?
No?
I do.
You do? Maybe a bit, but not really. But no, not. Kay doesn't have any.
Kay doesn't have any.
She has no.
I do.
No, you don't. That's how we are with ourselves. See? Okay, concealer is pretty good. It's pretty nice. It blends very easy with oh, I have this vein. It's quite strong today. Pigmentation is nice. It's very easy to work with. Brush, I just have to see how long you wear. Because of my dry skin, I cannot wear powder, otherwise it looks textured. And so I need a concealer that stays in place, doesn't migrate. You have lots of good ones like NARS, Laura Mercier is very good too. Voilà. So I'm gonna test this one. We're gonna do the milk stick because it's sort of more like a jelly.
That's a darker color.
Yeah, but look on the cheek, it's fine. It's more like a jelly texture, and so you want to work with texture that are more dewy for sure. So I'm going to add, so I know there is all this trend about putting the blush here, which works, it's very nice. But for me, it's my art training. I like when the blush looks like a flush. So I really apply it where I'm supposed to have the flush. And it's really here. So I don't want my blush to look like makeup. So I do exactly what I learned at school.
It's crazy because I could see that neoclassical painting that you love for Baume.
Yeah.
And then she has the flush right there.
Yeah. It touches me so much when I see those details on the face, on a canvas, because I can imagine the painter thinking of all these details, like, oh, she's having a little emotion, or she's a bit hot, and he thinks of the detail. He's like, how can I bring that to the tableau painting? So I love it. So you see, I feel like I look natural, fresh, and I think if you want a glass skin or dewy skin or glowing skin, the key is to feel this freshness. And if you don't, like me today because you didn't sleep or whatever, it's totally achievable. The key is like concealer, but I really think having naked skin at some area is key to look fresh. Otherwise I feel like your makeup look fresh but you don't. So that concealer and then the blush like a flush is very key. That's why we're working on a blush that's like a flush.
Inez blush.
Inez blush. The one who follows me from a long time, they know. Okay, so love it. Now we're gonna do Baume Shine, always.
So 3 products so far.
Yeah. And I'm gonna show you kind of a little cheat you can do if you want to really boost the shine. One thing to know about the shine that nobody talks about is that not everyone can have this like glowing skin. First is your skin type. So if you have oily skin, you have much better chance that it's going to be very easy to show the shine, of course, because you add highlighter, you add dewiness on your skin is probably going to absorb it at some point. That's totally normal. If you have oily skin, you have this extra oil that you can play with and use, and then you just absorb the extra oil where you don't want any shine on your skin. When you have, like me, drier skin, it's harder. But also what's harder is that I have a narrow face that I don't have high volume. So what you need is to have a glow is to basically have some volume to attract the light and reflect. So people that have like high cheekbones or like a rounder face, then it's amazing because they have the light that reflects and it brings this glow, and so you'll be like, oh my god, her skin is amazing, why am I not, mine is not. It can be the same skin, it's just not the same morphology. So if you try to achieve a glow and nothing you do works and you're like, I'm using the same technique, what's happening, what am I doing wrong? It's not you doing something wrong, it might just be your features and your skin type. So just, you know, embrace what you have. Okay, so you see Baume Shine is ideal to me for this because it has dewiness. It's a squalane stick basically, and I put what I call mirror pigment, which is a metallic pigment that's gonna reflect the light. It doesn't color, so any skin tone can use that color. And that stick, yeah. And then what else puts here in the inside corner and here. And so Baume Shine is really born from my training in art, and we'll put in the caption or even on the, can you hear? I don't know how it works. Okay, what you can do to push this glass effect if you want to. I'm gonna play with this palette today that I ordered the other day. I think it's Kat Von D. I'm using the whiter shade and I just go here. Really the highest mini little point of the cheekbone.
To give some more definition.
Yeah, you're gonna push the highlight because that's what you do for painting. You're just gonna add this little white touch at the really the peak. So it has to be really small. If you make it too big, then it's not gonna look natural. And also because again, you need contrast, so you need around that zone to be a bit less shiny for it to really, really pop. Okay. Here, I can do a bit here. And so Boum Shine is perfect as a base because it really has all the oil you need to make this very pigmented powder fuse with the skin so it looks a little bit more natural. I'm just gonna go over this. And
your normal color is also just so perfect.
oh, thank you. Well, I have pigmented lips, so that's why I created Visu so it could replicate that that effect. Okay, so this is it. I'll put, maybe I'll do actually Boum-Boum Milk now. I like to shake to apply it. That's really gonna help with the glass skin because it has birch sap in it that gives this sort of like syrupy texture that's really, really nice. So we're gonna let it dry for a minute. Now you see the shine, but it's in real life we don't use filter on our YouTube, so what you see is what the camera sees, but it's not, it's always different than real life. We have daylight also, we don't use artificial lighting, so that's the most natural we could show you how it looks like. But what I mean is that you can't really see how it really looks unless you're in person. And when I look, you know, I can see the little spider veins I have, my pores, but all of this shows my naked skin even though I have makeup here, and to me that's really gonna promote this very fresh, dewy, glossy, glowing skin. And then we're gonna do eye pencil. So I got this one from Too Faced to test. It said like it's 36-hour waterproof. For me it was running a bit, so I wouldn't say that, but I love that it was really smooth and beautiful payoff and very pigmented. So if you're in a rush and you want to do a beautiful smoky eye, that's like perfect to work with. So we're gonna use this. So I'm gonna color the lash line. So yeah, this pencil is very, very nice to use.
Why?
It glides. So you see I'm putting it everywhere, I don't care. Because I always love to do this sort of very messy application. So I close my eyes on the lash line and then I rub it in. And then I'm going to blend everything with my finger. And I feel like it adds some like a smoky eye that's not too perfect, which I really, really love.
Who's messaging so much, Becky?
Everyone.
Tell her we're filming. Becky, stop.
And then I'm gonna put a tiny mini me. I can't talk anymore. More here to sort of lift up my eye, and then with my nail I'm gonna stretch so it really looks like a cat eye. Voilà, eyeshadow. I'm gonna start with this one. I'm gonna apply all over my eyelid. Voilà.
Oh, that's quite nice.
Super nice. Then I'm gonna use this one, and then I'm gonna add more by the lash line. This mordoré, I don't know how you say that in English. It's this sort of gold.
Like a bronze?
I don't know how to describe it. It's like a greeny, browny, cool tone gold.
Oh, I know what you mean, but I don't know the name.
Like a bit antique.
When you go on the plane, do you wear makeup?
Usually no.
Do you have any like routines?
I always carry Boum-Boum Milk with me because I can just spray on my face. I don't have to touch my face because it's gross. Airport are so gross, like it freaks me out a little. And so I don't touch my face. I have clean face, spray Boum-Boum Milk a lot because definitely your skin get dehydrated in the plane. This color is nice, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a little bit on the bottom. Voila. Upper, I think, the very orangey copper. Oh, here. Is it too orangey? Oh, I quite like sometimes to break when something is a bit dull and cool tone, to have a little spice that's going to make it vibrate. These eyeshadows are very easy to work with. I don't know if any of you guys used this palette before. I feel like I haven't heard about it. I really just got curious and wanted to try it.
Where did you find it on?
At Sephora.
Oh, nice.
Okay, mascara. Tons.
What's the shape of your lashes right now? Are you in a good state?
Yeah, I
Do you
think
have them
so.
all?
I do. Like, I don't have hair, but I have lashes right now.
And they're really long.
Like, I feel like lashes are the best thing to wake up a face.
Yeah.
So it's a soft. I think I did some sort of antique, really antique smoky eye. Can you say that?
Yeah. It actually looks like your bedside table.
Vase. The vase.
Yeah.
You're right. It looks the same. Voilà.
I love it.
Awesome. So the light is getting really low now and flat. So of course when the light is flat, shine is gone. Don't worry, don't add more because then it's gonna make your makeup migrate, etc. So that's why glassy skin, dewy skin, it's not just about the technique, it's about your skin type, it's about your morphology, it's about the light, many things. So don't be too harsh on yourself when you're trying to achieve this look. Like right now, I don't think you can see that much shine. I'm actually gonna use a bit of Baume shine on top here, so it fuse with the skin a bit more. Voila. Yeah, not so much. So eyeshadow palette. For the skin, good skincare. So whatever you're using, that's dewy. I use Boum-Boum Milk and the barrier cream. SPF. Usually some products are really good to bring some shine, so it's a good way also to make your skin glow. And then we did a very nice flush blush and highlighter. We did Baume shine with the top of pigment just on the tip, high points of your cheekbones. C'est tout.